Welcome to the FM channel.
The theme of comparison between Malaysia and Indonesia and Singapore may have been widely discussed on social media. But comparing Malaysia with the United States may be considered strange because Malaysia is only a small country that is struggling to become a developed country while the United States is a developed country and rules the world. However, who would have thought that there is a theme of comparison between the United States and Malaysia on Quora's social media that is reviewed by Americans themselves outspoken. Hardik Sukhdeep Singh is an American citizen who visited Malaysia several times and gave an honest assessment that in some ways the United States is not always better than Malaysia. Indeed, no country is perfect, including the United States. There are always more or less. Malaysia too has an advantage in several respects compared to the United States according to a fair review of Hardik Sukhdeep Singh, an American who has visited Malaysia several times as he describes below on Quora social media. So it's like the Malaysian David can outperform the United States Goliath in a number of ways. I've been to Malaysia many times and grew up in the United States, and these are some of the things that I find Malaysia better. 1. I think at least in KL, Malaysia has much better infrastructure. KLIA Airport is better than any USA airport. There is a modern train that takes you directly into the city. You can then connect to the metro and the quite modern LRT. There's really no city in the United States that has that quality of infrastructure because the United States basically stopped investing in itself in the 1980s. 2. Malaysia also has much better discount airlines thanks to AirAsia. There really aren't any true budget carriers in the United States. Airfare is generally too high as 4 U.S. airlines monopolize most of the routes. The concept of figuring out a $50 fare home and taking a weekend trip somewhere just doesn't really exist in the United States. With AirAsia it's not like that at all. 3. Malaysia's Petronas Towers are impressive and iconic. The United States doesn't really have well-designed new super-tall skyscrapers. 4. Malaysia actually has proper gun control regulations with a gun ownership rate of just 0.7 per 100 people compared to the insane rate of 120.5 per 100 people in the United States. I feel much safer anywhere I go in Malaysia than in the United States. 5. Malaysia still has traditional cultural values that are unique to Asia, such as respecting education, hard work, entrepreneurship, and having close family ties. Unfortunately, these values are dying in the United States or are dying. 6. The food culture is great in Malaysia. You can get much better quality and affordable food there, be it Malay, Indian, Chinese or other cuisines. In the United States a lot of food is processed and doesn't taste fresh. Portion sizes in the United States are also ridiculous. 7. The current head of Malaysian government seems wise, smart, wise and reasonable compared to the crazy boy in charge of the United States of America.